Good morning, good-looking people, and you're good-looking because you're always looking, and of course, you are finding the good in everything and in everybody. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. Happy Chanukah to you. Today we're going to be doing the Hayom for the 26th of Kislev, and as we've been talking about in the last week or so, all about the awesomeness of Tehillim. Saint Tehillim brings all the blessings, and we talked about not only Saint Tehillim, but on Friday before Shabbos, we emphasized for Shabbos Mavorchim, Saint Tehillim with a minyan, saying it as a group, and how it has blessings for your children and your grandchildren, excuse me, both materially and spiritually, and brings lots and lots of blessings to the family. Now, today's Hayom is giving you the secret ingredients to a successful month. And the Hayom talks about there are three things that you need to do. A, say the Tehillim with a minyan on Shabbos morning, on Shabbos Mavorchim. B, after you're done saying the entire Tehillim, it would be good to do an hour of Chassidus as a community on something simple or something that everybody can understand. And the last part is after davening to have a Farbrengen, where everybody Farbrengs together, a Chassidic Farbrengen. By doing these three things, you are guaranteed the blessings for the upcoming month. We're also going to talk about some instructions today regarding lighting the candles and also the Saint Talamatar. Again, whenever the Rebbe brings up a lot of the minhagim of Chabad, it's because we're different than others. And lastly, I'd like to share a story of the Baal Shem Tov as it relates to Tehillim. So let's jump in. It's the 26th of Kislev. Let's read the Hayom inside, and then I'll give you the message at the end. So, on Shabbos Mavorchim, it is our custom to recite the entire book of Tehillim early in the morning and to hold a Farbrengen on that day. From this date forward, we begin requesting the Saint Talamatar, which is the dew and rain bracha, in the weekday Shmona Esrei. Again, this was an instruction based on 1943. We've already started saying the Saint Talamatar, but in general, outside of Israel, it's either December 4th or 5th, but the year that this was put together, it was today. On Motzei Shabbos, which is Saturday night, at home, we kindle the Chanukah lights after Havdalah, before reciting Vayiten Lecha. In the synagogue, the Chanukah lights are kindled before Havdalah. Very important that at home, we light Havdalah candle first, then we do the Chanukah candles, and then we do Vayiten Lecha. And there are opinions on whether to do the Chanukah candles before Havdalah because they would like to not push off the mitzvah of Chanukah candles. However, our minhag in our homes is to first do Havdalah and then to light the Chanukah candles. All right, for the Hayom inside. On Shabbos Mavorchim, the members of the Hasidic Brotherhood should rise early in the morning and gather in the shul to recite the entire book of Tehillim. Following that, for about an hour, they should study a mimer of Chassidus that everyone can understand, and then begin the morning prayers. The Farbrengen held in honor of Shabbos Mavorchim should be scheduled to suit the conditions of the place in which they live, and may they enjoy success there both materially and spiritually. Amen. After reciting the entire book of Tehillim on Shabbos Mavorchim, the mourner's Kaddish should be recited. If one of those present to be obligated to recite the mourner's Kaddish, either because he's observing a yortzeit or because he is within the period of mourning after a close relative, he should recite it after the 5 component books of Tehillim. So let's go through that real quick. When we say the 5 books of Tehillim, at the end of each book, there's a Yehi Ratzon that's in the back of your Tehillim, and then either a Kaddish will be said or not. What the minhag is being stated today, that if somebody in shul either has a yortzeit or is in the year of mourning and they have to say a Kaddish anyways, at the end of that book, we say the Yehi Ratzon and then a Kaddish is said. If nobody in shul has a yortzeit or is saying Kaddish or is in that year of mourning to say Kaddish, then they go to the end, and at the end of the 5 books, then a Mourner's Kaddish is said 1 time. Now, Tehillim, Chassidus, Farbrengen, recipe for success. There was a story of the Baal Shem Tov that he had all his students and he had common people at his Friday night table. And he gave a lot of attention on Friday night to the common people. And the students were noticing it. And then the next day, for the day meal, the Baal Shem Tov gave a lot of attention to the students. And you could see in their eyes, they were questioning, at which point the Baal Shem Tov said, I can see your concern or your question of why I gave so much attention to the common people on Friday night, and to the and on Shabbos day I gave to you guys, the students. So what he did, as it was common, is he put everybody in a circle. Everybody put their hands on their shoulders of their friend, and the Baal Shem Tov put his hands on top of them. Everybody closed their eyes, and all of a sudden they began to hear the most amazing melody, the most amazing song, and they were captured by it. It was just beautiful. At which point the Baal Shem Tov said, what you're hearing is the way the angels hear the prayers of Tehillim from the common folk. The way they say Tehillim as common people with just such sincerity and simpleness, this is the sound that the angels hear. Just an amazing melody with lots of peace, and it was just incredible. After the Baal Shem Tov took his hands off the Hasidim were humbled, and they prayed that they should be able to say Tehillim the same way a common person says it, without all the details, just simple, pure love and saying Tehillim, and how precious it is, and how the Malachim and the angels and Hashem hears those tefillas. Now, the last part is the Hasidic Farbrengen. The Hasidic Farbrengen, according to the Alter Rebbe, can do things that Malach Michael couldn't do. Giving a bracha to a friend at a Hasidic Farbrengen, those blessings come true. They're unbelievable. And the Alter Rebbe says, what you do at a Hasidic Farbrengen, and how you get involved, and how you look at your friend and you bless him, it's something, again, that Malach Michael could not accomplish. So, from today's Hayom Yom, Shabbos Mavorchim Tehillim. We've been talking about it. Let's keep pushing. If you didn't say it yesterday, you still have a couple of days until Rosh Chodesh. B, let's try to do some Hasidic learning right after Tehillim. Whatever is your custom in your shul, try to learn something that everybody can understand. And of course, after davening, sitting down with a nice Farbrengen, blessing each other, wishing each other well. This brings the blessings to everybody for an unbelievable, healthy month coming ahead, with parnasa, with wealth and happiness, and all the blessings that come with it. Wishing you all the best. Have a great day. Happy Chanukah.